Hi, fourth grade. I hope you had a great week. This week we're going to do some more steps on our Pennsylvania Dutch quilt square. This is what we're working towards. After last week's steps, you should have something that looks like this. So what we're going to do this week is add some of these triangles inside our big triangle that you did with your first color. Remember, everybody has different colored construction paper. Not everyone got the same colors, so your colors are going to be a little bit different than mine. It's the technique, and as long as it looks the same with just different colors, you'll be fine. So grab your started quilt square, your construction paper, scissors, a glue stick, and even a pencil just in case, and we'll get started. So here is my finished quilt square. What we're going to be working on is this blue triangle that fits inside those large red ones that we did last week. So yours probably aren't going to be red. Whatever the first color is you used, pick your second color. My second color is going to be blue, just to kind of keep it with the example that I've shown you. You want to take this paper, fold it in half, like you're making a card or a book. And then take that and cut on the fold. We're only going to need half of the paper for the triangles right now. So just put that other half to the side, because we're going to keep everything. Remember, we're not throwing anything away, because a lot of these pieces we are going to try and use later on. So I have my half of the second color. Fold that half in half. Make another little book or card, and cut on the crease. So if you would put the whole thing together, you should have something like this. This would be your whole sheet of paper. You have the half that we're not using right now, and then we have these two. This would be quarters, but together they make a half. Just like when we made the triangles last time, I'm going to take the bottom corner, bring that up, fold it in half. Bring that bottom left corner up to the right side. When the bottom and the side meet, put a nice crease. And we want to cut that rectangular piece off, but we're not going to throw it away. We're just going to cut that piece off, put it to the side. Then you're going to open this up. So right now you have a square, and you have the crease going from the top to the bottom. Bring the bottom of your square up and make a crease. So now you have a triangle just going the other direction. When you open that up, you're going to have 4 triangles. Carefully cut those apart. We have our 4 triangles. And these are going to go right inside the center of the first color triangles. So go ahead, glue those on. And we have the second triangle in each of the first ones. So everyone should have 2 triangles now. Now I'm going to go to my third color, which is going to be yellow, if I go by my example here. So I already started to cut this one, but you're going to fold it the exact same way that we did the blue one. Fold the paper in half so it's a book, cut on the crease, put one half to the side, the other half you're going to fold in half, cut on the crease. So you have 2 of it would be a quarter now of that entire sheet. Take one You're going to take the bottom left corner up to the right side. When the bottom edge and the right side touch, make a nice crease. Cut that triangle piece off so you have a square. The crease now goes from the bottom to the top of the square, or diamond, depending on how you're holding it. Take the bottom edge up to the top, make a crease. So that you have 4 triangles, and we're going to cut on those creases again. Now, right now, these triangles are the same size as the second color we put on, or my blue ones. So we need to make them just a hair smaller. All you're going to do is take each triangle and just cut a tiny bit off all 3 sides. You need to cut off all 3 sides so that each side still has the same dimensions. If you just cut a whole bunch off of one side, it's going to totally throw off the shape of the triangle. So you want to try and cut, you can see all of the pieces I cut off are about the same thickness. So you want to try and cut the same thickness off of each side. And that way, it'll fit just inside that blue triangle, or that second color of triangle we just put on. Do that to each of the triangles, and try and cut the same. You're cutting the same amount off each side, but also the same amount on each triangle, because we really want them to be the same. One of the big things in Pennsylvania Dutch quilts is symmetry. So we really want to try and keep this as symmetrical as we possibly can. And if it helps you, go ahead and draw where you want to cut on each triangle instead of just cutting it. You have to know how comfortable you feel with just cutting, or if you want to draw the line. Totally up to you. So cut those off, and they should all fit. Now, if you place them on here, and you can, like I can see this one isn't letting as much blue show as some of the others. So I'm just going to go back and trim each side just a teeny tiny bit. Just enough to make them all look a little more the same. There we go. I'm going to glue that one on. Go ahead and glue all 4 of these triangles in. So now I have 4 triangles, and each of those triangles has 3 triangles total inside it. 1, 2, 3. The next thing we want to do is we're going to add just this yellow square that kind of sits in the middle here. So we're going to take that other quarter that we cut our yellow triangles out of. Take that little quarter of paper, and we're going to fold it in half horizontally, like a banana split. So it's like we have a long hot dog here. Fold that in half. I'm going to cut on the crease. I have 2 long pieces. Push one to the side. We'll keep it for later. And you want to fold it. It's not going to be quite in half, but it's also not quite a third. So just fold it so it looks as much like a square, that all 4 sides are the same. Fold that, cut it out, cut on the crease, I mean. And you're going to glue that on in the middle here. Now, it's going to just touch the corners of the triangles. And it might be off a little bit based on if these are exactly centered in the sides, if the square is actually a perfect square. So as long as it's pretty close, we're doing good. And that's where we're going to stop for this week. have a great time with this 4th grade. It's really not meant to be difficult. I know it's a lot of folding and a lot of watching my hands, but don't be afraid to stop the video after I do a fold so that you can do that fold and can keep up with what I'm doing. Also, below the video, if you haven't noticed, I have each step picture by picture, and I have all of how to fold the paper totally written out as well. So if you get lost in the video, you can always go back and look there, and it'll break it down a little bit more for you for each step. Watch the video again if you have to, but don't be afraid to pause the video so that you can keep up with me. I know I go kind of fast compared to how you might be folding your paper. That's the great part about having Mrs. Parsons on video. You can stop me, rewind, watch it again, and you'll get there at the very end and we'll all have the same outcome. So we are working on our Pennsylvania Dutch quilt squares. Right at the end of this week, you should have something that looks like this. Again, the colors might be a little bit different because everybody got different colored construction paper, but you want to have 3 different colors, 3 triangles on all 4 sides, and a square there in the middle. Next week, we're going to be adding those final little pieces on our quilt square, and that'll be the end of this. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon, 4th grade. Bye.